If you'd like to be in the audience for the Fred Jackson Show, live Monday nights at 7, go to our website, WBBZ.TV. Click tickets or the Fred Jackson icon to make your reservations. Folks, they are going fast. All right, now it's time for part 2 of our interview with the president of the HarborCenter, John Koelmel. How has your life changed? You came from the world of banking. You ran an entire bank. You're on several boards. You've always been involved in business. But this is an exciting project that involves, you know, as we said, down to the level of high school athletes.
Right.
It's an entirely, in my opinion, entirely different world. How's your life changed?
I'm having a hoot. Very, very blessed and fortunate. Right place, right time. I'm a father of 2 children who were real solid, strong athletes in their time. I did a lot of coaching, so I've long been involved in youth sports. I'm a long-time sports fan in general, hockey fan in particular. As you said, I'm actively involved in and around the community. I've ridden the roller coaster, as I say, of the good and the bad, the ugly of Buffalo for the last 40 years, and really proud to be a part of what's become a real rebirth and renaissance for this town over the last 5, 6, 7 years or more. And to have the opportunity to work with and work for Terry and Kim and put an extra big stamp on the waterfront and canal side and lift the emotional tide in this community. Couldn't be a better place. Having a lot of fun.
The impact that Terry and Kim Pagula are having on the community is unprecedented, at least in our lifetime. You probably would have to go back to the founders of Buffalo for somebody to have somebody make this kind of impression in the money that's being invested. You've been around, you've been involved with a lot of the top thinkers in town. Why has Buffalo been the recipient, do you think, of a couple who's decided to make this place home?
Well, in many ways, you know, they have attachments and have had a real affinity for the area, whether it's upstate in general, Western New York, a little more in particular, and spending time here from a business standpoint. Kim educated, you know, in Houghton College and the like. Terry and Kim spending time living here. Terry is a sports fan, Sabres and Bills, so that affinity, they can talk to it far better than I, has always been here. But they're impact people. They want to have an impact. They want to affect change. That's why I'm here. That's why I signed up. As exciting as the project is, I signed up because of who they are and their commitment and their passion for making a real difference in this community. So, yeah, they make decisions from their heart as much as they do their head. Obviously, they're very smart people, have done very, very well, but the really good news and what does make them unique in our lifetimes is have people that you know, are willing to step in in a very, very courageous way, and we're fortunate that they're doing it at a time when the community and the benefits of it will be all the more obvious for all to enjoy.
What was your personal feeling when you first heard they were interested in the Buffalo Bills? Because I think for a lot of people the thought was, upon the passing of Mr. Wilson, there may not have been anybody locally who had the gunpowder to keep that team here and have a business plan that would make sense in this market. Now they own the team.
Well, clearly as a sports fan or community leader, I was very pleased and excited to know that a number of months back that they were willing to consider and had the potential for interest. And to the extent I had periodic conversations with them about it, it became clear to me that, yeah, as with everything else they've done here, they were fully invested and wanted to see a very positive outcome, wanted to see, you know, a right outcome for the community. The fact that the right outcome is their ownership just couldn't be a better result, and puts not only them but more importantly this community in a great place for years and years, if not generations to come. So proud to be part of it, you know, at a time when things couldn't be going better right now for Buffalo.
Well, and I want to touch on that very last sentence. This seems to be a renaissance for Buffalo. You've spent many years in this town. You've been involved with business. Why now? Why do you think all the planets have lined up, and it's not just the Sabres, the Bills, the HarborCenter? There's a lot going on here.
Well, I've had the opportunity to speak often on the topic a number of years ago when things weren't going as well. When I talked about Buffalo being a process town, my phrase then were too many egos, too much politics, literally and figuratively, it just resulted in perpetual process. Of late, in the last 4 or 5 years in particular, The private sector has stepped up and stepped in. The public sector has come to the table in a very collaborative way, and it's now no longer about winners and losers. It's about the greater good of this community, and it's about working collaboratively and in a partnership fashion to ensure a better day for future generations. We all realize, those of us that are involved are all in the boomer generation, and we've lost too many of the X and Y generation, and so the focus is to retain those who are here, give opportunities for those who want to come back, and that millennial, to use that phrase, make sure that those are our real leaders of tomorrow and that we provide for them. So I think everyone realized that there was much to be done, and that it wasn't about who would personally benefit. The private sector stepped up in a more assertive, coalesced way. Obviously, the governor's commitment's been enormous and tangible in both intangible ways, and this is a community that very much wanted real leadership and wanted people that they had confidence in, wanted people that would have the courage to do the right thing for the benefit of all. And fortunately, there's a number of us that have come together, right place, right time, and we're on a real roll. So it's fun, it's exciting, and long overdue.
And some of it kicks off at the end of this month, Halloween night. HarborCenter is going to open up. I won't say a long time in coming, because this project was on a very fast track right from the get-go.
18 months. Right.
And I know you wake up now and say it's finally here.
Right. We're excited that it's October. We're excited to open our doors. We're excited to have this community, this region, the country, and ultimately the world experience HarborCenter. It is and will be a really, really special time and place for all.
And it's going to be an exciting time. You can count on that. They've got a big fall festival coming up. HarborCenter opening Halloween night, always one of my favorite nights. I want to thank John Koelmel again. And they've got a fall festival coming up on the 11th and 13th. Go to HarborCenter.com for more information. We'll be back to wrap up all sports right after this.